Hi, and welcome to the electronic car book program. I'm doing this video to help train people on how to use the system. This system has been approved by the Registry of Motor Vehicles. We can help you if you have any concerns. We have some printouts from the registry to say that it is approved. This is the last record book you'll ever have to buy. You'll never have to buy another paper book again. This can hold thousands and thousands of cars, and it's very affordable. To start the program, we've got them set up so you type in admin and car book down here. And before I enter, this particular number right here, 1701-1, is your code that we would put in. It's your dealer number. If you ever had a problem, you'd call us up and give us the dealer number, and we can help you with any problems you have. So I'm going to hit enter twice here, and that brings me into the system. First thing I'm going to show you, the first thing you want to do is, well, it has an input from DMS. This is if you have a dealer management system that's able to send us a file. We're able to connect, we've tied in right now with Fraser software, which is the program that I sell. Fraser was nice enough to write us a program, so all we have to do, if you have the electronic book, is send a file over from Fraser, and then we'd click update from DMS, and that brings all the information over and saves all the typing. We get about 95% of what we need from Fraser, and then a little box opens up with some check boxes on it that Fraser's unable to send over because there's no check boxes in Fraser for some of these answers. You can go through them, and it's a real fast process, and check them. After you do that, if you sent over 10 or 12 cars, you just go over to your print button and say print, and it's going to print out whatever 10 or 12 cars you just put into Fraser, and you can put them in your book. The first thing you want to do when you get into Fraser is back up your data. Okay. And over here, under the password file, this is where you're going to add different passwords for different users. So you just hit the add button here, and you would add whatever users you want to put in here, the username, so on and so forth, and their password. What this does is whoever is in here editing your files, it puts their name on the printout, so you know who did what. So I'm going to hit revert here for now, and we'll just close out of there. Other tools we have in here is re-index files, restore from backup, upgrade systems, and options. Most of that stuff you won't be using. But backing up the software at this time is very important. You should, anytime you make changes, you should back up your software, and it'd be wise to put it on a pen drive or copy it and put it over into another computer for now, until we come up with an automatic backup like Fraser has. That's in the future. That will be an upgrade. It'll be a free upgrade as long as you own Fraser, and there will be a charge for upgrades and customer service, or once a year. It's $29.95. It's very inexpensive. That gives you all the latest and greatest stuff. Alright, now under help is how to use the book. We're going to put some videos in here, including this one, how to use the program. So that's coming real soon. That's what I'm working on now, as you can see. Over here, we're going to click into File, and we're going to go to the, well, before I do that, let me go to the Forms. We got the car book form itself, the Fraser input form, and pull down menus. I'm going to click on pull down menus to give you an idea what's going on here. In the pull down menus, we've got a lot of the auctions set up here, so you don't have to keep typing in Odessa Auto, Arcadia Auto Group, Odessa Boston, Odessa Concord, Auto Auction of New England, Central Mass, Linway, Manheim, North Shore Auto Auction, Port City, Quincy, Southern. Okay, obtained from auction. This one's blank. Company. These are boxes you'd pick. You know how you obtain the car, so they're not blank. This is how it's where the car was obtained, years, so on and so forth. It also will put in, once you put in like companies such as Acton Toyota, the next time you have to put the obtained source from Acton Toyota would be in your database, so you don't have to keep typing it in here. This is when you're doing things manual, so we're talking about manual stuff right now. I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to go to Quick Start, and I'm going to do the car book form itself. And that's the form, how the form looks on the page. Shrink this up a little bit, make it a little more even. Okay, so what you have here, this is page 2, version 1. Okay, if I go next, this is page 3, version 2. That means this one's been updated at least one time. Next, this is page 4, version 1. So what happens is you would type in your stock number. Okay. It'll put in a date and time. Okay. This is a memo file. If I go back to previous, that this has 2 versions, I get it. If I click on this memo field, it tells me on 328 I initially loaded this from Frazier, and then I changed the transaction date on the same date, so I can get an idea of what type of changes are going on here. But this puts in all the information about the car, including the tracking number. So if you're typing this in, you would type in the year from a drill down box, the make, the model, the color comes from another drill down box, the VIN number, the engine size is not mandatory, but if you have it, throw it in there. The title number, the state, and that's about all you need on this. If there's any discrepancies here, you would check these boxes, and that would add over here under acquisition. This is who the car was obtained from. Even though this car was bought at auction and it was a DESA, over here this is the obtained from source. It's never the auction that goes here. There's been a lot of confusion over that, and even the state police are a little confused, but we're trying to get them up to snuff here the way the registry wants it. So this car was put in the auction by Paul Barill's Auto Sales. So that's the person, is the obtained source comes from. Whoever the last auto dealer that had this car goes here. The date of the purchase, so on and so forth. This car was purchased for resale. Was it a trade-in or consignment? So in case it came in a different way, other than auction, like somebody traded the car in, you would say yes, this was a trade-in, and then purchase for resale. The name of the person who acquired the car, you want to put that in here, and this is the person or company down below that last registered the car, and you can get this off your title. And I know sometimes you don't have titles, especially when you get cars from auction for a few days. You want to get copies of the titles, because the registry and the state police want you to put this car into your book within 24 hours of purchasing it. So a lot of people say, they don't have this information down below. The auction company will put the name of on your sales slip, the name of the company that actually put the car into the auction, so you can get this information. But if you don't have a copy of your title yet, you may not have the availability to get this information until you get your title. So they'd still want you to put it in when the title comes in. Add this in. That'll give you a version 2, but it's at least it'll be up to date. Now, I guess that's about it on this page. Under disposition, this is the person that purchased the car. You would put in that name here, the date it was sold, address, so on and so forth. Was this a sale? Yes. Or was it a trade? The odometer out, we definitely need that. The date sold, we need that. Name of the person, this is the person or the salesman that sold the car. Okay. And then if there's a DTR form, you need to fill this out. You're going to tell us yes or no, one way or the other. This one is no, okay, which is if it was yes, the registry wants you to put the DTR control number here. Again, if to get back to if you're using Fraser to fill all this stuff in, you're never going to be typing anything in here. If you do, the next time you update from Fraser, whatever Fraser says, you'd have to put the DTR number in Fraser, and it would overwrite and put it in here. If there's no DTR in Fraser, it would blank it out. So this is not the place to come to add the DTR number or any information except for delete reasons, which is below. If you're going to delete this car out of the system, you have to put the reason for deletion and then hit the delete key. So it doesn't really delete the car per se, but at least we know why the car is not in the system anymore. Down below is your dealer number and your Dick Herd's Auto Sales. This particular one, we didn't have the dealer number when we started, but in the future it'll put it in when we add. Along with this automatically comes in, so you don't have to type it in. The next tab over is the stock number, and you can show all active reports, and this shows you all cars that are for sale on your lot. You can print this out. It's a list. If the registry came in and said, give me a list of what you got for cars out there that are for sale, you can do that. Show sold cars. I only have one sold car in the system right now, so it would print that. Show all records shows sold and cars that are on your lot, so you can print it any which way you want. So that's what that's all about. Let's see, what else do we have? If you need for any reason to get a hold of us, we do have some help files here, and it's over here. Let me close this out, and this is the help file. How to run about. Okay, this program was written by Paul Burrill, and it was designed by me, and that's my phone number, 781-910-0869. I'm Dick Herd. I'm available 7 days a week from 7:30 in the morning until about 9 o'clock at night. If you need any help, I'll be more than happy to help you any way I can. That is my cell phone number, so I'm always monitoring that. Let's see. Once you get, let's go back into Quick Start. A few things I forgot to talk about. Once you get add a car in, we'll hit next, next, next. I can say print, give you an idea what the form looks like. I'm going to close that so it's out of my way. I'm going to open this up full. All right, this is the printout you'd get, and this particular car is revision 1, and it gives you all the information that we've put into Fraser. What the Registry of Motor Vehicles wants you to do here, this is page 5, it has a unique record number. What the registry wants you to do as you add cars in, just hit print. It'll print out the page, and then you 3-hole punch it and put in the book in page order. When you do a revision, anytime you add any changes to the form, you would print again, and the revision number will change here. So to be revision 2, if you made the change, you'd print that out and go to the page 5 and put the revision 2 on top of revision 1. So that's all there is to that. What else do we have here? Okay, under print forms, we can print all forms that are not marked as printed, or we can go in and select a unique page number. We want to print page 3 through 5 and print, or 3 through 3 and print, and that will take care of that. Let's see, there's another print way too. If you need to print a list, all cars currently on lot from a date range, you can do that. or click it over to sold cars and give it a date range, and you can print, all the cars you sold out of the system for February, March, April, if you want that type of record. If you're not using Fraser, this is very helpful. Fraser's able to do stuff like that also. I guess that's about it as far as the training on this particular module. So thank you very much for your time. Again, I'm Dick Hurd. If you need to get a hold of me, my phone number is 781-910-0869. Thank you for your time and allowing me to show you this video.